All right, welcome back to the Stitching Time. We are talking about you and your health. With me is the one and only Dr. Okalo Nyango.
Asante sana.
Yeah, welcome again.
Asante, tuendelee.
They call me Foxus Mzuka Flani, Mr. PhD mwenyewe, photographer, designer. And first things first.
Ati PhD?
PhD.
PhD kwa nini?
Simi photographer and designer. So PH ni photographer and then designer.
Introduction.
Okay, we were talking about you and your health. We talked to you about your journey, basically your journey back to good health.
Yes.
So you told us when you realized your body was not okay, and then you came and told us again when you realized when you listened to Dr. Sebi, his lectures and his the way he did his things, and then you made changes to your life and your eating habits. Correct. And then now another thing I did not ask you, if you could tell us, so was there a time that you exercised or it was purely dietary change?
So in the beginning I started with the change in food, and after the 1 month I got a lot of energy.
Yes.
And I had this serious urge to run. So I started running.
You had a lot of energy.
I just had energy. I just felt good. You know, for the first time in your life, you just feel that the noise in your head is quiet. Like there's so much noise. You know, when you have sinuses and you have a headache, there's noise. So that noise went away. It's like this fog just cleared. And my body just said, you know what, run. So it was winter, so I used to do, and where I was living, there was no gym. So I used to do, because I remembered my basketball days.
Yes.
I used to do running on the spot and high knees. So I used to do that. Sedo, captain.
Yeah.
Maseno. That was my captain. Cedric Oluwach. Nakutii sana.
Yes.
So nakumbuka running on the spot. So I used to run on the spot, do high knees, run on the spot, do high knees.
Yes.
I'll do that non-stop for an hour. Sweat, drenched. This is winter.
An hour.
And I'm not tired. This feels good. So for me, it was a new feeling. So that's how my exercise journey started. But just running. So when summer came, I started running outside. I would do, if anybody knows Toronto well, around Shepherd and Don Mills. I would run from Shepherd and Don Mills. I'd go all the way to Finch. Then I take Finch going west all the way to Bayview.
Bayview, yes.
I take Bayview to Shepherd, and
then
Shepherd back to Don Mills.
Don Mills, okay.
Yes, I used to run that circuit. Then after a few months, my endurance went up. I could go from Don Mills and Shepherd all the way to Steeles, then to Bayview, Shepherd and back.
Wow.
Non-stop. Somebody who could not walk from here to the door easily without panting and feeling like you're catching your breath.
Oh, good job.
For me, those were like miraculous changes.
Yes.
So that's when I lost weight. If anybody remembers me, then I drastically lost weight.
Yeah, I remember you lost weight and people would, would whisper around and be like, Solo is sick.
The DJ.
Solo is dying.
The DJ is going.
He got that thing.
Yeah, but it's human nature. You see, Stitching Time is about our community.
Yes.
And we're trying to tell people that somebody might be going through some changes in their life.
Yeah.
Don't be quick to judge and talk about it.
That is true.
Because I didn't hide the fact that I was on a diet. I told everybody who I knew.
Yes.
When I met you, I told you, listen, there's this thing. For me, it was good news.
Yes.
It's like when you hear it, spread it.
Yeah.
So I told everybody, listen, I'm on this diet. I know I'm losing weight, but I know what's going on with my body now. And it's a process.
Yes.
It's a journey. So it's something that I hope guys can do.
And have it as a normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now tell us, what specific things did you immediately change? Like, for example, if you're probably going to give us the links to whatever Dr. Sebi said, or maybe I'll challenge you to create your own.
Yeah, it's my own.
Create your own lectures and your own info videos.
It's coming.
Yeah, so for example, myself,
yes.
If I want to start, what do I need what would be the first thing you would advise me to do after, because you told us how you threw out all your shopping. What after that, what was the next step?
Now, based on experience, because now I can say I've helped a lot of people, and from my interaction with them, I came to realize that a lot of people have food addiction. Let me say everyone has a food addiction.
Yes.
So food is the hardest thing to remove people from.
Yeah.
So you have to help them wean themselves off it. So for example, the first thing that I tell people to stop is stop taking processed sugar. Just try, get processed sugar off your kitchen.
Yes.
Look for alternatives like agave. I think agave is better.
Yes.
There are things like, you should not be drinking cow milk. You're not a cow. Just stop drinking milk. These are things that you can say, you know what, I'll stop. I can say I will drink my tea black.
Yes.
And eventually I would even get you off drinking the teas and the coffees. But at least I can start you from saying, get sugar off.
Yes.
The milk. Things like milk, you don't need it.
Yes.
These are things you can just say, no, you're not a baby anymore. Why are you drinking milk?
But the thing is, we were always told that milk was healthy.
Yes, we're told that milk has calcium.
Yes.
But if you look at the evidence, people are still breaking their bones left, right, and center. So if milk had calcium, it would go to say that because we're all drinking milk, our bones would be the strongest.
Yeah.
But it's not true. Our bones are weak.
So as a child, they recommend milk because it's going to strengthen your bones.
That's not true. Like there's a lot of evidence to show that people who drink milk don't have the strongest bones.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, a baby needs milk from the mother. When you're an infant, you're at a phase where you're growing. You need to grow, so you need a lot of protein.
Yes.
And the protein that you're getting is from your mother's milk. That milk is a whole food, has everything. In fact, a lot of people tell me right now when they see my 2-year-old still taking breast milk, they start saying, oh, isn't she too young to drink from the breast?
Yeah.
That she should be weaned. And I tell them she's eating food, but breast milk is important. You see, there's something called essential proteins. Now, babies don't have one particular one. So the body it's called taurine. That's the name of that protein.
Yes.
So babies don't produce it. Adults produce it. But as a baby, you don't produce that particular protein.
Okay.
So you only get it from your mother's milk. So it is good for your baby to still suck that milk and drink it because taurine is missing from their own body.
Yeah.
Till they can produce it by themselves.
Okay.
Yes. I know these are big words, taurine, but don't worry. But basically, it's something essential in the body.
It's okay, guys. We're learning. We're learning.
So those are things you can stop. Because why you drink cow milk? Stop drinking. You're not a cow. Why are you eating processed sugar? Everybody knows that processed sugar is bad. We have got to be told. Just stop that.
That we've been told.
Yes. Then so small things. So I try to help people. Okay, we are meat eaters. We like eating meat. So meat is not good, according to Dr. Sebi.
Yes.
So what I tell people is don't eat it daily. So for someone like me, when I was still in my old diet, in the morning I'd eat bacon, I'd eat eggs, I'd eat cheese bread, I'd drink juice, and maybe tea. But I never used to like tea a lot.
Yeah.
I would drink juice. And then you eat with your hash browns, and you're basically an English breakfast.
Yes.
Then lunchtime, you're there with your mincemeat and rice. Or Kenya, we like mincemeat and rice. Then in the evening, you have ugali and chicken stew and burger. Then snack, you eat a sandwich made from corned beef. I used to like corned beef.
Yeah.
So I'm eating meat throughout the day.
Every day.
Every day. So your body starts responding. You start having constipation. So people skip going to the toilet. I think it's normal. It's a very interesting thing for me when somebody tells me, oh, I only go twice a week. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you're eating so much and you only go twice a week.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You're constipating. Even if you go once a day, but you're eating 4 meals a day. If you eat 4 meals a day, ideally you should go 4 times a day. So I didn't know all these things.
Yes.
So you can change. You can slowly remove those ones as you wean yourself off.
Yeah.
But basically, rice, white rice, forget about it. Things like beans are very acidic. Forget about them. Wheat.
Beans?
Yes.
Oh,
the only
Lord.
beans I will tell you to eat is chickpeas, garbanzo beans. Those are good ones. So
I have
basically,
a lot of beans in
Yes.
my
yes, that's why you have stomach problems. You feel acidity sometimes. Your stomach is paining. Yeah. You start having ulcers. You find that you have H. pylori. Your stomach is very acidic. Then slowly they tell you now it's because of H. pylori you have ulcers. Then now it's a problem.
Okay.
Then they'll tell you to drink milk to reduce your ulcers. You see, it's a cycle.
So, I'm just thinking, these scientists, they study a particular problem that you have,
Yes.
and then they give a solution based on that one study. So now you find somebody has been diagnosed with 3 different things, and they're taking 3 different medications for
Yes.
it. So, and it's tablets, it's just chemicals.
Yes.
So basically what you're telling us is, if you eat nice, if you eat properly, give your body the whatever it needs, and in the right quantity, you're not gonna have all these problems.
Yes. Simply yes. If you see, when you read allopathy, their medicine,
It's allopathy.
allopathy, allopathy. So they tell you most of the diseases they've come up with, they don't know the causes. You see when you read a book, it says, oh, but we don't know the root cause of this problem. But you have drugs for it. So I don't know, you have a car, and I don't know what's wrong with it, but I say, just put oil.
Yes.
or just change the tires.
Yes.
So you see, that's the problem with allopathy.
Yeah.
You need to know your own body. That's why this is called you and your health.
Yes.
You need to know thyself. How does this body work? That is why it is important for everyone to learn anatomy and physiology. It should be taught in a simple way that you understand, this is how my circulatory system works.
Yes.
Nervous system works, digestive system works. This is what the body is made of. You see, if you know your car is a Mercedes-Benz, new one, the latest model, would you go and put regular fuel in it?
No, you'd want the
Put
the premium.
Yes, or you're driving a Ferrari,
Yeah.
and then you're going and putting regular gas.
No.
So when you eat rice and you eat all this meat, it's like you are a Ferrari and you're putting regular fuel in your body. So your body doesn't respond well. Now, because the body is a machine on its own, it starts taking out the waste.
Yeah.
Because it's a self-sustaining machine. So you take out the waste so you can still survive.
Yeah. Okay.
But because you've been putting it so much, as you get to a certain age, by the time you
keep
get to
up.
30,
It's not keeping up.
you're slowing down. Even now it's earlier than 30. People are in their 20s are sick.
Yeah.
Cancer rates, mental health issues.
Yeah.
We like talking about mental health. For example, let me just divert a
Yes.
little bit, because
Yes.
we have the DJ who killed himself,
Twitch.
plus
Yeah.
many other people have killed
That was so
themselves.
sad, man. That
Even
was,
within our community, because
Yes.
it's a problem in our community.
yes.
And you find we have so many people who talk about it. And when you see statuses on WhatsApp and on Instagram and all these things, they say, oh, men, please talk about your issues. But see, talking
Or
only
check
will
on
not-
your friends.
Check on your friends.
Yes.
That alone will not help. Because we have to understand what is causing our, I don't like call it mental, because it's your brain. Where is mental? So if I'm going to diagnose you, where is the mental? It's a question I'm asking.
Okay. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
where is mental or mind? When you say the mind, you see, we're confusing ourselves.
Yeah.
It is your brain,
Yes.
and it's a physical organ, and it
Yeah.
has a problem.
Yeah.
So what
People like to say mental as if it's your imagination.
Thank you. And that's why we cannot help people. The moment you think of it as something out there, it's a spirit, it's mental, it's out there. So you don't see that it's a physical organ.
It's the cognitive.
Yes. So there's a brain in here that is not working well, because you perceive via your brain. You're conscious by the brain.
Yes.
Your eyes don't see. Your eyes are a window for your brain to see.
Your brain interprets.
Yes.
Yes.
So now the brain is having a problem. So if you understand anatomy and physiology and the human body, you'll know that if somebody is depressed, there's a problem with his brain.
Yes.
So there are herbs that help you with your brain. They calm you down. You take those herbs and your brain calms down. Cannabis is one of them. That's why when you smoke weed, you calm down. So people say, oh, weed is bad, it makes people crazy, but it's because you smoke weed and you're drinking alcohol and you're eating a whole goat and a whole cow.
Dan, what do you usually say? Dan, what do you usually say? Ati anavuta bangi na anapenda pombe. Ni mlevi na anapenda bangi.
But
that's a problem.
Exactly.
It's a problem.
Because people do not know how to use it. It's a herb that you're supposed to know how to use. But people have been just smoking it for recreational purposes. You see?
So, okay, let me ask for the sake of guys who smoke cannabis and drink alcohol.
Yes.
It's not a good combination.
It's not a good combination. Because one wants to mellow you out and one is making you high.
So
making you hyper.
We're getting confused.
You're getting confused.
And that is where now your imagination goes wild.
Yes. And you see, there's something called, I don't want to go into it a lot, but because it's a series, we can talk about it.
Later, yeah.
There's something called the endocannabinoid system.
Take us slowly. So
it's called endocannabinoid.
Cannabinoid. Endocannabinoid system.
Yes. So these Israelis have been studying it. That's why weed is now being legalized.
Okay.
They realize that your body has all this. It's a system in your body that attaches to the cannabis, the THC or CD. It's called CD.
CHD. Is it not? No, THC.
THC and then it's called CD. It's not CDF. It's called.
Watu wa bangi. It's called THC and what?
So THC is the one that is psychoactive, that makes you high. CBD is the one that is not psychoactive. So they realize the endocannabinoid system. So it helps with pain, appetite. So it activates those. It binds well. Weed is the cannabis is the one that binds well with those systems.
Yes.
So they realize that this thing is super good for your body. But you have to know how to use it. You can't just smoke anything. First of all, we are smoking weed that is hybridized. That is that's one big problem.
Yeah, they've been laced.
That's one thing that Dr. Sebi said, that a lot of our food are hybridized. So we eat carrots saying that our eyesight will be good. But people are having glasses like crazy.
Everyone's wearing glasses.
And they're eating carrots.
Yeah.
So your brain should tell you there's a problem. How can I be eating carrots like kula gunia carrot na macho inaenda? So please, let's have common sense. So we start realizing carrots are hybridized. There's a plant called like queen and lace and wild yam that were mixed together. You remember we're taught in agriculture how to mix two plants. We have those things grafting. Grafting.
Yes.
So we have fruits that don't have seeds. So Dr. Sebi says don't eat those ones. Go back to the natural ones that have seeds. So if you're looking for an orange, go and get the Seville orange. It's bitter, but it's a good one. It's a better one. It has seeds.
Okay, now I get it.
So
a lot of these things, even the foods that we eat, there's a debate going on in Kenya right now about the GMO.
GMO, exactly. Yes.
So it's they've been modified basically.
Yes.
So even for plants naturally, the grafting is you're modifying it. So we're not supposed to.
But you're not modifying it genetically in the sense that you're not going to the DNA
and
altering it.
Yes.
So you're just saying, okay, I'm trying to accelerate what nature might have done. But most of the time, even that is wrong. It's like saying, if you take animals in the wild, you will not see a lion going to look for a cheetah to copulate.
Yeah, it looks for another lion.
It looks for another lion.
A lioness.
Yeah, another lioness, sorry. You're not sorry. You look for a lioness. So, even in the wild, if you're observant, you won't see snakes looking for baboons. That is Mangana. It doesn't work. So you look for your own species. So
that's
even
true.
in the plant kingdom,
it's the same thing.
Those pollens will fall on ones that can, or others they won't work.
Yes.
They won't germinate.
They'll meet and just go separate ways.
Yes. So when you're forcing it, that's why you have to cut it and put it in by force.
And tie it.
So it can grow. You're creating another plant. And most of the time, the thing that binds it is called starch. It's the glue that binds it. It creates starch. Starch is carbonic acid. That's what Dr. Sebi said. So carbonic acid, now you start eating these plants. Because now you can now take a plant that is resistant, or it's a desert plant that can survive in a harsh area. You mix it with another one, like it's a maize. You come up with funny maize.
Yes.
So you're eating this maize. This maize is not natural, it's hybridized.
Yes.
So even is it John Allen Nam
John Alanam,
He did a thing about aflatoxin in all our maize.
Our maize, yes.
But even after that, people are still eating this maize.
Even after being told.
They were told. That's why I said food addiction is serious.
There's a belief that's going around, especially in Kenya, that the maize that we are eating is carcinogenic.
Yeah, but maize is carcinogenic. It killed guys in Ukambani. That documentary showed that people in Ukambani died after eating this maize. And they found because the aflatoxin levels were very high. So, and they went and took maize that we think the hostesses and the nice ones on the shelves and tested and found that they all have aflatoxin at different levels. So if you're somebody who's clever and you have children, why would I go and buy that maize and cook for them? Switch, go back to the millet and sorghum. That's what I did.
And the roots.
Yes, go and buy millet and sorghum. First of all, it grows easily. That thing grows. In my village, it just grows. When we try to plant maize, because maize now is a cash crop.
Yeah, it needs
it's for money.
Yes.
So they even brought for us hybridized maize. They're not hybridized, but they brought all these new maize because the maize was not growing.
Yes.
So they bring even those ones didn't grow. So Kenya we shall go quit our mind may.
Yeah. Wow.
So you see, those are the problems we have.
So we're talking about. Let me bring you back to the mental health issue.
Yes.
So eating well, according to
this is not me. What I've seen.
According to your study.
Yes, my study.
According to your study, is eating well can help you drastically with what people call mental health. You do not want to call it mental health.
Yeah, it's your brain that's having a problem.
Yes.
Yeah, basically your brain is just not working well. So when you call it mental health, you cannot help someone.
Yes.
Because you'll be telling them, oh, sorry,
whatever you have
what is your problem?
Incurable.
No, I can just talk to me, tell me your problems.
Yeah.
And then we eat.
Yeah.
And when we eat, tunakata nyama, steak, tunakunywa ibia yetu.
Yeah.
So what help have I gotten from you? Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's a lie that I want us to just stop if we can.
Yes.
If you want to be somebody who's helpful, study about it.
Yes.
Study about the brain. You cannot study about the brain in isolation because the brain is in this body. So you cannot say, I'm a neurologist, I just study the brain or nervous system. No.
Yeah.
You have to study the whole body and how it works together.
Yeah.
Then once you understand that, you realize, oh, okay, so this brain likes sugar. That's its primary fuel. Sugar, so energy, because the brain is producing electricity. So what's wrong with it? So when I was reading about meat, I tell people that meat drives you crazy.
Yeah.
Most people are having mental problems or what you call mental health issues
or
the brain issues because of the meat. And people are laughing. So low is new wrong. What is this you're telling me?
There's something you mentioned in a previous episode about there's a what was it?
A protein called homocysteine?
No. There's in especially in pork. There's this.
Oh, there's a
parasite.
Yes, there's a worm in pork that even when you cook the pork,
it doesn't die.
So people here are busy eating pork.
And you say that it actually goes to the brain or something like that.
It lays eggs in your brain. It goes to your brain. I don't know the name. I've forgotten the name of the worm, but if you Google it, you'll find it.
Yes.
There's so many books about it. So it's just that our people are so preoccupied with making money. So this is money, and this is God, and this is you. So you're preoccupied with money. Money is the new God. So you don't have time to study yourself.
Yes.
You don't know that, I like quoting the Bible because I know it very well.
Yes.
As much as I don't profess to be a Christian.
Yes.
But it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and then all these things shall be added unto you. Then you ask, the same Bible, you ask it, where is the kingdom of God? Do you know?
I know.
Where is it?
It's in me.
Thank you. So if you know the kingdom of God is in you, so it means that God dwells in you, because God lives in his kingdom. So whenever I tell people that I am God, they say, oh, blasphemy. And I tell them, you don't read your Bible.
Yes.
it says, don't you know that all ye are gods?
Yes.
So once I understood those things, so Dr. Sebi talks about this thing, and people laugh at him. So when I started studying, and I did Christian religious education in high school,
Yes.
and our teacher was a strict teacher who made us read the Bible. Then I'm from an SDA background, so we used to do Bible study seriously.
Yes.
So I went back to that knowledge. I realized, man, this Bible is just about us, the human body.
Yeah. You know what I heard about the Bible is, and it made sense, the Bible has been translated so much
Yes.
that it now needs someone with the original understanding of the Bible to break it down for you.
Yes.
And interpret it
Yeah.
in a way that you can understand, because I hear in the Greek language some of these things are very straightforward. You know, like saying, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all its righteousness shall be. So that is not regular language
Yes.
for us. And I if I might be wrong, but from what I heard was this translation that we have now, like the NIV and the Good News Bible, these are Bibles that have been translated so many times that the message is lost
And
in
they've been
translation.
redacted. They've
Yeah.
removed some books and
Yes.
added other things. But basically, even that is let me put it this way. You have to be a historian. If you want to find the truth, you have to like history,
Yeah.
or you have to love history. So you see, when you talk about the Greeks, you have to ask yourself, who civilized the Greeks? And the Greeks themselves, they say it in their books. They say that when you are 15-year-old, you had to go to Egypt to be taught in the temples where they teach everybody was black. So it is the Egyptians, which is even Egypt is a word for the Greeks called it.
Yeah.
You see, like you call a place Nairobi, right?
Yeah.
You call Nairobi. Nairobi is not the people who used to live there didn't call it Nairobi.
Yeah.
It's us who came from outside who named it like that. Or even the country Kenya. We didn't call it Kenya. When Luo was just living in that area they're living, they didn't say that this region is called Kenya.
Yes.
Somebody else who came as a conqueror from an outsider.
Yeah, say this is Kenya.
So Egypt was a word from the Greeks.
Okay.
But Kemet is the language, is the word they used to call that. And it was a bigger empire than what you see now. So all those things they call temples are not temples, those are universities. Those are learning centers where you would go and be taught for like 25 years. Unasoma tu.
Oh wow.
So if you start to realize that these stories you see in the Bible come from that culture, that is why when you read the Bible, you see your culture in it.
Yes.
It is only, let me ask you a question. When your father brought a visitor at home, now this is a Luo family, so he's come with, oh, this is your uncle, Lumondi, he's from the village. Will your uncle sleep in your bed and you sleep on the floor, or will your uncle sleep on the floor and you sleep on the bed?
I would sleep on the floor.
Yes. So you leave your bed and sleep on the floor, and your
Yes.
uncle will sleep on the bed.
Yes.
That is not European culture. No European would do that. Have you ever seen Europeans leaving their beds for a stranger?
No.
They'll tell a guy to sleep on the couch.
Yes.
They will sleep. So when you see the Bible, that is African culture.
Yeah.
So it goes to show that you have to go beyond the Greeks. You have to go beyond the Romans. You have that's even another stitch in time.
Yeah, I was
Father of all knowledge.
About to say that. Man.
Yeah, that's
This
why
is-
I'm called
this is,
father. That's why I'm called father of all knowledge.
Yeah,
Napenda history.
it's the all-knowing.
Yeah, hiyo ni noma, hiyo ni ile kubwa.
So let me bring you back to we're talking about so many things.
Yeah.
Talking about,
We're in health. This is you and your health.
you and your health.
Yes.
So we're talking about mental
Health, yes.
So excuse me. Mental health in itself is curable by just eating right.
Yes, 100%. You stop it. If you're having depression, let me challenge anybody. If you have depression, you're feeling some type of way, for the next 2 months, quit meat. For the next 2 months, don't take any form of processed sugar. Go on a fast, or you can do intermittent fasting.
Okay.
Go on a fruit fast. Choose your alkaline fruits. Do it for 2 months. Then prove me wrong that I'm wrong. You see if your state of your mind will not change. It won't come down.
Wow.
So
All right.
food is powerful. You are what you eat.
You are what you eat, and I'm believing it. My only problem is it's hard to start this thing. Your journey.
It's called discipline.
Yeah.
To have discipline is hard.
You're saying I'm indisciplined.
You're very indisciplined. We've been on this journey with you for too long. I've been trying to get you to be slim again. and you've refused.
Again, I'm gonna cut that right there because it's coming for me. Anyways, until next time.
Adios.